When you did the Tokyo Dome shows on New Year's Eve, you appeared with kind of an unusual combination of acts, like Don Henley and Huey Lewis and Bryan Adams. Quite a bit different from you. Did you feel kind of alienated from the rest of the lineup?
At first I thought it was a weird bill, but after we did some shows, I thought it was perfect because there was something for everybody. There was a little bit of rock and roll. Well, I did straight ahead rock and roll, and before me there was Loudness, right? Yeah. They're heavy metal. I played rock and roll, well, straight ahead rock. Then there was Don Henley, who was more like mellow, and he's great. He's really good musically. He's very good. Great songs. Boys of Summer is one of my favorite songs of all time. And Bryan Adams and Huey Lewis. I think it was a great combination because it was. I mean, I think everybody talking to Bryan Adams, talking to Huey Lewis and Don Henley, they all said that it felt weird. They thought it was going to be a weird bill. But when it actually happened, it was actually a good combination because there's a little bit of everything for everybody.
Full course meal.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
I noticed a lot of the people were leaving after your set, though, so I guess a lot of people came to see you. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's great. Good news.
Not for the other bands.
No, but for me, yes. That's great to hear. It's good news. It's great. That's nice to know. Nice to know that people appreciate what I'm doing.
That's why he asked you the question, because obviously the fans must have felt rather strange about the bill as well. So that's why when he noticed him leaving, and that was sort of the proof of that. So.
Well, that's cool. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think it's still nice if people like it. I heard also actually a lot of the tickets sales for they counted and I think it's a big. I can't remember exactly how much the percentage was, but there was a lot of the tickets, if not half, almost half of them were for me. I heard.
There you go.
That means I'm a big star. big money, huh? I was just happy to come back to Japan and be able to play here again, and I'm glad to be here again.
I guess it's the best thing is for you to appear alone, though.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time I'll do the Dome on my own.
Yeah. He was surprised to see you doing Hanoi Rocks music at that gig. When did you start feeling like going back to the Hanoi Rocks catalog again? Because I guess for a while you hadn't been doing it, huh?
No, well, for a while I didn't do anything. I just didn't like play any shows or anything. But when I started doing this tour, a lot of people wanted to hear those songs. And I was told that, it would be nice to hear them. And I wasn't really into it. I didn't want to do them originally. But then when I came here to do press one week, before the last time I came here once for a week to do press, I gave the band the tapes and I told them, rehearse these songs. And I said, I'll come back, I'll see how it sounds. And they rehearsed them and it sounded real good. So I thought, well, okay, why not? Why not do it? It's part of my history and it's part of me. And the fans will appreciate it. I thought it was okay to do them. It's not blasphemy or anything, Obviously Hanoi Rocks is Hanoi Rocks and you can never replace that or recreate that. But doing those songs, I thought, just a couple of songs, I thought it was nice for the fans.
But you did think twice about it at the beginning? Did you think, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing it?
Oh, yeah.
What made you do it, though?
Well, because they sounded good. Yeah. Songs sounded good, and I think people would like to hear those songs. And the good songs.
Right.
So why not do them?
This is pretty much like overlapping what we were just talking about. But you didn't have any like really strong commitment to not do the Hanoi Rocks songs.
I did, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You're just kind of interested in knowing at what point
what made me do it.
Yeah, you overcame that hesitation.
I didn't have enough songs for the set.
That's a good reason.
Right. I'm a cheap bastard.
Yeah, I guess you must have also thought the fans would get a kick out of it too, huh?
Mainly for them, I think for the fans. I think they were very happy to hear them, and they, as soon as we played those songs, they were like, wow, they were nuts. So I think, why not give them a treat? And you know, it's nothing that's going to change anything. Besides, they're re-releasing all that stuff anyways now. Maybe they're like, which I'm trying to stop. You know, I'm trying to like put some kind of control over that.
You're trying to stop it?
Yeah, because I don't, you know, you can only release so much of this. The band is not even together anymore, and they're still number 5 in Music Life, and numbers whatever, you know, in other magazines. The Hanoi Rocks is still larger than life, and especially now. So I think I'm trying to. I don't want it to be overexposed. That was part of the thing with the band. It was like it cannot be bought or sold. It couldn't be. It wasn't like a thing that was like. We didn't care about the money. We didn't care. We just did it because we loved it. You know, it was like a family. It was very natural. We grew up together. We were very young when we started, and it was a special thing. So I'm trying to make the point, and kind of make a statement there too at the same time. Or actually, I don't want to cheat people. You know, I don't want to put out like the same songs over and over. Now they want another compilation album out, and I told them no. And I talked to my manager, and he has some old demos that were previously unreleased. Certain songs. I says, okay, put out some songs that are not being released, that have not been released before. That makes more sense than releasing the same old songs over and over. So, I mean, since the band is not alive anymore, I think I'd like to give something to the fans that would be their money's worth. So that's why the next there's going to be a compilation out soon, which is going to be previously unreleased tracks, the demos and some single B-sides and stuff that was never really officially released. So, but I think Hanoi Rocks is a very special thing for me, and I'm trying to protect, kind of like not like make it into a corny thing.
But I mean, a lot of people, you know, want the same music on, you know, compact disc this time. Maybe that's why there's a name.
That's also a difference, but it's still the same songs, you know. I think. But this time it's going to be something different. It's going to be some demos and some songs people never heard before. So it's really it's a unique situation, you know. It's a band like this. The band has been dead for 6 years now. We split up 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, and it's still like number 5 on the Music Life charts. And everybody, it was a very special thing about the band, and it was a very special band. And I'm glad that people recognize it for that. And I'd like to keep it that way. You know, I don't want to overexpose it.
結局みんなで盛り上がっちゃうっていうことは周りが、結局いまだになんかこうやってなんか前の番組のイメージですからみんな見てくれてねえんじゃねえかみたいなそういう。
The people kind of equate you with Hanoi Rocks, though. I mean, they must, like, even looking back at the band in retrospect, and as long as Michael Monroe is still performing, it's almost as if Hanoi Rocks is still in existence.
Well, it's not quite the same. It's similar. It's kind of like. The band will always be there with me, no matter what I do. That was my band. It's like Iggy Pop had the Stooges, or Steve Vaders had the Dead Boys. That was his band, or Ian Hunter had Matta Hupu. Can never go back to the past, really. But I guess I mean, it's harder for guitar players to do the solo thing than for singer. So I think I'm in a better position in that sense. But I actually never used to write the songs in Hanoi Rocks, not most of them. Most of the songs were Andy McCoy, the guitar player, wrote them. So when I started writing full-time myself only recently, almost since I became solo. And thus, this is more me as Michael Monroe, and Hanoi Rocks. It's more my own personality, and I have a lot more to say in my lyrics. I have to have some more to say than just like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, which is a cliche by now, I think, you know, and everybody's doing it. Not to put down Hanoi's lyrics, I mean, that wasn't exactly what Hanoi's lyrics were about either. It was different, and it was, well, Hanoi Rocks was an entity unto itself. It was, none of the usual rules applied. We kind of like just went ahead and did, you know, we didn't sit down and think about what we were going to do. We just went on and did it, you know, went to the studio, wham, bam, bang, bing, bing, bing. That was it, you know, never thought about it. Yeah, on this new solo album I just maybe thought about it a couple of minutes longer.
Special consideration.
Yeah.
Special.
I thought of what I really wanted to do on my own, and it's my own identity more, so I wrote the songs. What was the original question, by the way? What's that?
It was like about how people think, Hanoi Rocks is you. They equate you.
Right, right. Well, yeah, as I said, I think it's different from how it used to be, but it's hopefully they still like it, and it's rock and roll. It's it's maybe more musically, maybe more straight ahead, more simple. Hanoi Rocks had more parts in the songs.
Right.
My music is more straightforward and simple, basic rock and roll.
それでそういういいアルバムを作ったわけですよ今回。すごくとりあえず
Once you're on your own with the solo career, do you feel more confidence? Is it any different from before?
It's much different from before. I feel more confidence in general. It's not necessarily because of the break of the band, because of the breakup of the band. I don't think that has as much to do with it as growing up as a person and matured as an artist, as a musician. It's very much more hard work for me because I'm on my own and I'm in control of everything. It's my name out there, and anything that happens is going to be Michael Monroe. So I better not let anybody tell me what to do. But it's very different from Hanoi Rocks. Hanoi Rocks was a band, it was 5 guys, and me now, it's Michael Monroe and the backup band. So it's a lot different. I've matured a lot, and I think in a way I'm better than ever before, and I know more of what I'm doing now. But nothing beats a band that works like Hanoi. I mean, nothing really is. It's very special when there's 5 guys like me, that works together. And I guess it wasn't meant to go on. I mean, what happened was there was an accident, and the drummer got killed, and everything just kind of fell to pieces after that. But I think I do my best with what I have left, and I'm not necessarily stuck with my band. Like my band right now, it's not necessarily the band I'm going to have forever. I think I'm still working on it.
So it's a much more high-pressure situation there?
It's more pressure, but then again, it's easier in a way because you have more control. It's more like whatever you want to do. If you know what you want to do, you just do it, and nobody tells you what to do. With the band, you always have to kind of, in a way, compromise to a certain extent. When people, you have 4 other guys saying what they think, so you have to sort of work it out. But then again, back then we never used to think about what we're doing anyway, so we just went with the flow. It's more control. You have more control over it, and that way it's more hard work. But if you know what you want to do and you know it, you don't get misinterpreted or you get the point across. It's kind of easy. It's in a way it's easier. It's more hard work, but in a way it's easier to get across what you want to come across like.
Being on with the other guys in the band, then I mean, in terms of like roles.
Rules?
Are things that not rules. Roles. Roles of each member. Like, is everything well balanced right now?
Yeah, it's me and them.
You give the orders and they follow it, huh?
Well, more or less I show them how to play and stuff. I think, the guitar player especially, and I have to tell them what to do, which it's not my choice, and I'd rather not do that if I can help it. But in this way, I think, like, for example, the guitar players come from a different place. They're more used to playing like heavy metal kind of style, or whatever their own style is. It's their style is not what I'm about, and what happened before was natural. Now I'm showing them how to play, and I kind of tell them more or less what the parts are. So that's the difference, and I prefer working with people who come up with their own ideas and this, But I kind of put this band together in a rush too for this tour, for the American tour, and it stayed the same up until now. And whatever, if this changes, that's life. But as I said, I'm not necessarily stuck with this band because it's like, I just put it together a few months ago. So I have to show them a lot what to do, and I don't like that this particularly, but it works. It's okay. It can only be better. Intention
of making it into a permanent or semi-permanent unit then, huh?
This band?
Yeah.
This band right now, as it is, I would doubt it. I doubt if this is going to stay for the next album. I don't think so.
It's not a very good band, is it?
Don't say that.
Hey, this will be printed after the show, so.
Good. That'll be good. Yeah. Okay. Good. So don't tell the guys, but I don't.
Just been working out, eh?
It's working. I mean, it's okay. But see, I always want to go for greatness. I always want it to be great. It's good now. But it's not brilliant. It's not like, wow, what is this? Wow, look, this. I'm carrying the show mostly on my shoulders, and it's not like with Hanoi Rocks, anywhere on stage you look, it's something exciting going on. But this band I put together, and you can't expect to be just recreate a band like Hanoi Rocks because it happened. It's very special, and it's a certain time of our lives, all of us, 5 of us, and now I had to go on the road and I put a band together, and they're okay. They play the parts right. But it's not as special as Hanoi Rocks was. But when I look at this band and I look at all the other bands that are out there right now, I would think it's pretty good. It's, considering the standard of today, the way bands do it nowadays, well, a lot of the bands they don't even sound like they sound on the record. And, I hope I don't sound like I'm trying to imitate my imitators, but, it's at least they're good. They're good musicians, and they're doing a good job at what they're doing. And that's all I'm saying is I always just keep in my mind and I remember that what I'm known for is being a legend, and for something what make people make. So Hanoi Rocks sometimes is okay. No, sorry. Hanoi Rocks was a very special band. It was a legendary band. And you can't recreate something like that, but you gotta move on and move into bigger and better things. But right now, I'm doing the best I can with what I have, and it can only get better. And all I'm saying is, I don't owe anything to anybody. I'm just, these guys are getting paid well, and they're happy to be here. That's fine. Whatever I do next with my career, it's up to me because it's me. It's my name. It's gonna be out there. And so I just gotta go with the flow, go with what I have. They're good musicians, so they're fine, but they don't come from the same place I do. They're from a different school. I like more the old school, to me, guitar players are like, Chuck Berry and stuff, the old 50s rock and roll. That's what because Little Richard is my favorite singer. That's the stuff I was into. These guys grew up to, some of them are Hanoi Rocks fans, which is very flattering, and I'm very honored. But then again, it's kind of like they're trying to do something they're not. So that shows. They're doing okay. They're doing fine, but they're really good job with considering it's not really their pocket. The guitar players are more used to playing like the heavy metal style, and I tell them, no, you play this style now. So that's the way it is with this band, and I'm not trying to hide it. I gotta be honest about it. Truly, honestly, I must say, this is the facts. That's the fact, Jack.
Do you think, now that you're actually a solo singer, do you think that you were cut out for this role as opposed to just a member in a band?
I was never just a member in a band. I was always the front man.
Yeah.
But that's the way it's happened. And there must be a reason for it.
Do you think you fit this role better than before?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
I fit it okay, but I think I fit this role fine. But and like I said, it's easier for me because of what I'm about and what I think about things. It's easier for me to say, that's what I think and this is what I do on my own. But personally, I would probably be happier to have somebody to collaborate with. And what I'm hoping to do is to establish a band that will be the same on the album as on the road. And that's a long process sometimes. It might happen just like that. It might take years. So I'm doing the best I can with what I have.
持ち込んだです 笑えてますか？
That makes sense. Does that make
もちろん。
Yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
いいです。はい。信号棒。
Okay, I guess we gotta get some photos.
Okay. All right. Any other last question or anything?
That was the last one?
That was the last one. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was good. Good translator. It's great. Good to meet you. You live in Japan or what?
Yeah, I've been here about 10 years now.
10 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Long, long time.
I love it here.
Yeah?
It's my favorite country.
Oh, is that right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's my favorite place to come to.
You got a lot of fans here.
Yeah, I do. And also I like the culture and everything. You know. See? See how basic girl.
There you go. That's it.
I was always into it. I changed for this because I did a couple other magazines with this outfit.
No, when I
sales for they counted and I think it's a big. I can't remember exactly how much the percentage was, but there was a lot of the tickets. If not half, almost half of them were for me.
There you go.
That means I'm a big star. big money, huh? I was just happy to come back to Japan and be able to play here again, and it was Loudness, right?
Yeah.
They're heavy metal. I played rock and roll, Stereohead rock. Then there was Don Henley, who was more like mellow, and he's great. He's really good musically. He's very good. Great songs. Boys of Summer is one of my favorite songs of all time. And Bryan Adams and Huey Lewis. I think it was a great combination because it was. I mean, I think everybody talking to Bryan Adams, talking to Huey Lewis and Don Henley. That's great to hear. It's good news. It's great. That's nice to know. Nice to know that people appreciate what I'm doing.
That's why he asked you the question, because obviously the fans must have felt rather strange about the bill as well. So that's why when he noticed him leaving, that was sort of the proof of that. So.
Well, that's cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think it's so nice if people like it. I heard also actually a lot of the tickets.
When you did the Tokyo Dome shows on New Year's Eve, you appeared with kind of an unusual combination of acts like Don Henley and Huey Lewis and Bryan Adams. Quite a bit different from you. Did you feel kind of alienated from the rest of the lineup?
At first I thought it was a weird bill, but after we did some shows, I thought it was perfect because there was something for everybody. There's a little bit of rock and roll. Well, I did straight ahead rock and roll, and before me, they all said that it felt weird. They thought it was going to be a weird bill, but when it actually happened, it was actually a good combination because there's a little bit of everything for everybody.
Full course meal.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I noticed a lot of the people were leaving after your set, though. So I guess a lot of people came to see you. Really.
Oh, cool. That's great. Good news.
Not for the other bands.
No, but for me, yes.